Alright, hopefully this is going on. I can't see the chat. Let me see if I can bring it up. And hopefully you guys can hear me. Please give me a heads up if you can see me or not. Hear me, I should say. Alright, give me a few seconds. I'm trying to set up the last bit of it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, at least with the talking. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I still can't get to my actual live feed to see if everything's going correct or not. I'm being blocked, guys. It just keeps happening. But it's alright. We'll blast through this. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and write them down. I still can't see anything. But I have a feeling I am live on the Soul Reviver channel. Okay, that one's good. And alright. So,
I am live.
I need
on the Soul Reviver.
Mute. There we go. Alright, okay, good. We got Mark Jones. I can finally see it now. So let me see. I can see you. Audio is good too. Alright, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started in this channel. This is only gonna be a short one, more of a warm-up. That's all it's gonna be showing. There's little Jackie Jack in the background, all excited, barking at the ravens that fly up around, surrounded by a lot of ravens and stuff. Very nice. But let me go ahead and get started. And I'm actually going on the fly right now because I have so many projects. I'm trying to catch up, and finally I'll be able to calibrate my whole system, my whole broadcasting station, basically. And we'll be able to go live more often. I'll be having like call-ins and things like that. And I have two channels to go through. This one's more of the spiritual, emotional, transmuting traumas, things like that. My other channel, Source XRXE, Sorcery, the source of real enlightenment, is more of the warrior within, or more of the physical, brute, mental coherence in a spiritual sense with the Bushido code in mind. And we will add the Kabbalion to it, just like we will on this channel. Okay, relax. Oh, one more thing. All right, so let's see. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start giving you guys tips, things like that, what I do to get started, to get ready for my workout routine. Because I do very, very intense, non-stop workouts. So they tax a lot in all planes of existences: physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. All right, and this is why we must prepare in certain fashion so that everything becomes natural. So everything becomes natural that way. Why? Because if you play yourself in the rhythm of battle, your body will start to adapt to that in all facets of life: physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. And then eventually you'll be master at metaphysical. Right? So one thing, even Jesus of Nazareth, I'm almost certain he's quoted in the Gospel of Thomas. Always carry a stick. Why? Because you can hit, make a hole, plant a seed. Quite literally. Not only that, you can become intimate with the stick. How? By getting to know your body and yourself better. So right here, I mean, no, it's not. I'm not mimicking, but what do I look like right now? See what I'm saying? There's truth to these things, but you won't find them because they're that simple and they're like, it has to be a cliche. Like, no, check this out. Right now, I can use leverage. Becoming intimate with the stick is using the stick to utilize leverage and many other physics to to preserve your youth, to preserve your body, not for vanity, but for uh, 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 necessities of community. All right, because you never want to have an old beat up body within the community. If you do, oh well, you will adapt. But that's the thing. Anything we expose ourselves consistently, we will adapt to it. So right here, leverage. What am I doing when I go forward? All right, going forward, my right hand, I'm stretching out my left side. All right, if I push downward, I'm stretching out my left side, but more on my lats now. And right there, I adjusted my spine. It felt so good, the L3, L4, just by doing this alone. When you add breathing to it, you expand the lungs. What happens? Your vertebrae are being stretched out in a whole different manner. So, as I'm talking, oh, I don't see the questions if there are any. Uh, Whoa, Asai, you made it. How did you get this? That's so cool. Nice. Oh, you can see Jack. Yeah, cool. Um, so, like I was saying, um, you can use this for leverage, right? So not only am I pushing, pulling, adjusting, manipulating my back around and my muscles. Oh, hello, NGC. I remember. Yeah, hello. So nice to see you. So, like I was saying, that even Jesus of Nazareth has stated to always carry your stick, because with this you can make a hole, plant a seed easily. Not only that, if you have a lot of weight, like most gypsies do, if they're walking, you use this for support. That way your back is not taking all that load. So you see what I'm saying? This is for support. It's also for self-defense. All right, you can use it in many different ways, but the main thing is to become intimate with it. So now I already showed you, like I was saying right here. Look what it looks like a cross, right? I'm not trying to mimic. This is reality stuff. So you do the opposite with the opposite end. Not only that, now I can cup this side, grab this side, and now I push that way, and now I'm stretching behind me. I'm stretching my scapula, all that stuff. Oh wow, this is so amazing. And you don't have to go hard either, just slightly, and then breathe into it, and then so see what I did right now, I brought pressure this way as I'm pushing that way. Okay, so then what happens with the serpent or the spine or the cord to source? It gets aligned, and then meridian lines have better energetic efficiency from the flow, if you may. Not only that, chakras become more centered, if you may, more aligned, which makes it technically that much easier for you to allow them to do what they need to do. Now, I recently took a test, a Healy test. I'm gonna become a distributor of that because it's amazing. Well, when I took the test, after several seconds of it scanning my body, everything was nearly 90 or above, and the guy was like, "What the? This is the first time I see this." So everything was high up. And guess what was the number one all the way to 99? The root. Sorry, I pointed it, but that's where it's at. So the root chakra, if you don't get past the root chakra, you can never ascend. The root chakra holds trauma, and that's what I'm about. I suffered a lot through PTSD because of my military experiences and stuff. But I've learned so much how to strengthen that root, then the sacral, then the soul reviver, solar plexus. Okay. After that, what is next? Heaven. You live out of the heart space. After that, extreme, the above heavens. The throat, the third eye, the crown. So anyhow, other things you can do is now I can apply pressure going that way. Not only that, but with my hand, I can knead away at those uh, knots that are under the scapula. That look at that. I'm pretty flexible and I can't even reach it. But with this, I can. I can lean forward, which will what? Will make my muscles or that knot go into the stick. And again, I'm flipping. Not only that, when I'm doing that, I'm actually flexing muscles here. Okay. Other things as well, you just keep using this for leverage. All right. I'm gonna keep going now. Oh, the most important thing actually, this will stimulate your vagus nerve. All right, by you alleviating here tension in all this area, especially right where the muscle meets the cranium. All right, you'll have a lot of multidimensionality boost, if you may. Let me see about the questions. Hey Jeff, oh hell yeah, we got brothers and sisters here. Cool, nice to see you all. All right, let's see. Oh, great Jedi orders have a step. There you go. Exactly, we really do. Definitely helps alignment. There you go. So, use this as an example of what to become. Nice and aligned with the spine. So, like I was saying, a few more seconds of the vagus nerve, and don't forget about the breathing. In through your nose deeply, hold it for a few seconds, release it with that solar plexus, the diaphragm, in order to transmute, all right, and detoxify in the levels beyond physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. You can use it under your leg, for hamstring, calf, many different ways. You can use it so many different ways. All right, so now, another thing is you can use weight, leave it on the ground, a smaller one that was a little too heavy, and then roll your feet on it. Trust me, and just get the angles on there. Go sideways. The more hexagonal, the more they have resistance, and you'll be able to press harder on it. If they're more rounded, or roll easily. But if you don't have some weights, some dumbbells, use an empty bottle, things like that. Something that's gonna roll easily on the ground and relieve. I mean, when do you massage your feet? Hardly ever. I don't care how rich you are. We never pay attention to that. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm digging my thumbs into the sciatica areas, right where the glutes meet the pelvic bone. Because remember, today what I'm going to be covering in the actual workout is a lot of kicking, so that you can do different kicks without actually straining a muscle or anything like that. If you knew my age, you would be like, how did you just do that? if you're that old, if you've been to war, been blown up, all those things, I shouldn't be. But that goes to show you the all is mind, the universe is mental. We can adjust internally, regenerate the cells quicker, adjust, and do things. So let me see if there's any questions. How do you know how long the staff should be? Yes. So, perfect question, NGC 6543. Yeah. So basically, the best you can have it as is no shorter than eye level. Here's the reason why. For one, most like 99.99999% of humans will always their height will dictate their wingspan, but obviously their arms. All right, if you take the measurement from tip to tip, you'll see that it'll be like a centimeter or so off or on, dead on your height. So the stick should be at least eye level. Why? Because in eye level, now you have the ability to rest. If you're traveling, you can hang things on here and you can just walk with it and relax. All right. If it was something bigger like a backpack, you can use this as support. If it's shorter, it's going to be too difficult. You're going to be bending down. But if it's eye level, as you can see, this one's basically eye level, more than enough space to lean on it while I'm resting. Okay. If it's too short, you see, it's not proper. And then the one thing you can base it off of is the Fibonacci sequence. Everything is perfection. Look at the Vitruvian Man, the way it's drawn out, the Da Vinci sketch. That's where I learned so many things about the Merkaba just looking at that image alone. So hopefully that helps on the stick. And you also want it to be at least inch and a half to 2 inch diameter. Okay, that way it's strong, not too heavy, sturdy. So hopefully that helped out right there. So after you alleviate the sciatica area, now you rotate everything from head to toe, all the joints, ligaments, and tendons. Here's the reason why. Fascia is actually fiber optics, is equivalent to fiber optics. Believe it or not, this information is barely coming out, and this is coming out from USC. Look it up. Eventually you will find it. Yes, USC is letting us know now that our fascia, which is our second skin, right under our actual epidermis, it is like fiber optics. Not only that, it's like spider webs. And if your arm twists, the fiber optics of the fascia will unlash and then attach somewhere else so the communication could be clear. Now, if you don't stimulate yourself every little inch, eventually the tension builds up. Eventually there's blockages within those fiber optics. But if you're doing this all the time, just touching yourself, just not even hard, just eventually that traffic within will be no more. But obviously it builds up and builds up and builds up. So this is why it's important to rotate, or like Tai Chi, they move around nice and slow, but they breathe with the core as they're moving around. But I like to take it a step further, and what I like to add is you add tension to it. Sorry, I'm kicking up a lot of dust, so I'm gonna fix this to where like I can't really grow any grass. So I'm gonna put rubber flooring like I used to have in my gym, because I kick up way too much dust as I'm working out in these bags you can see back here. But anyways, so where was I? So the fascia motion. Oh, I like to add tension, because when you tense up, so put it this way. Picture your fascia being a harp, meaning metaphorically, okay? Wrap your brain around this. So metaphorically, the fascia is likened to an inner harp, because the fascia kind of quite literally looks like nylon strings. They look like rainbowish strings. It's pretty weird. And there's video of this. I'm not making up their facts, okay? So picture that being an inner harp, and you need to tune your inner harp to have more harmony internally. So by adding the tension, just placing your palms up, or like the wax on, wax off, or the painting Mr. Miyagi. So what am I doing here? This may look funny, but right here, I'm pointing my fingers. Not only am I stretching them out, but I'm bending them. So now I'm pulling all these ligaments and tendons and fascia and meridian lines. But not only that, when I'm doing this, I'm pulling stuff from all the way down here. When I'm doing this, from down here, did you know we have one that goes from this all the way down and it ends over here in the tip of your little tailbone? We have these connections all around. What do you think? You start moving your thigh over here, and then all of a sudden, poop, poop, it pops over here. It's these energetic lines we have within the fascia. So just adding tension as you're moving gracefully. You're just trying to move as smooth as possible, even though you're kind of robotic, all right? But then nice and low, center of gravity. So here I'm flexing, kind of tense a little bit, but I'm finding economy of motion with this weird feeling I have inside. It's really tight. It's really odd to move, but I'm just trying to place myself multidimensionally. Which way can I move so that this is efficiency? And when you're doing that, you'll feel all these stretches coming from your inner thighs, even though you're doing this over here. All right, so one up, one down, and then try to be artistic with it. Feel for it. To your peripheries, see them moving smoothly. All right, as you're doing all these awkward motions, being off balance. I know you can't see it, but I'm on my toes. All right, so this engages my my most inner lying stabilizing muscles of different parts, not just my core, for my neck, for my head to keep my head safe. If I go this way, the muscles around my spine, they latch on. Hey, what's going on? Are we safe? You see what I'm saying? Just by doing this, you're adding neuroplasticity. This is neuroplasticity at its finest, and I'm not even working hard. Why? Because this hand, the right hand, is controlled by the left side. When I go here, cross this midline, now it's two brain hemispheres. I already did synchronization with my brain. That easy, that fast. That's neuroplasticity. Okay? So if I do this on a sequence, even though it doesn't look like I'm doing much, I'm adding so much core. I'm not wasting ATP, even though I'm burning calories. I know it doesn't make sense, but it really does work that way. Calories in is not calories out. I'm living proof. I'm sorry, I have to show you. I hardly don't eat much. Not even 1,200 calories in like 40-hour period. Yet I still have lean muscle. According to books, that's an impossibility because I'm not eating protein, meaning no meat. But I get protein from hemp seeds, from different things, and I still am able to lactic acid manipulation, LAMB, LAM, lactic acid manipulation by breathing is how I'm able to build muscle without actually even working out much, very long. So anyhow, last thing I want to share. Any more questions? Breath work, yes. All great, Judah. Yeah, so I guess we'll close off with that before I actually start the workout, and I might just do it here, a warm up to show you guys what I would do, even sometimes like for like 7 minutes or even less before I actually head out the house without having to sweat nothing. You'll see what I'm doing. I get this confidence of nice tightness going through my body. In a I don't know how to explain it, but it's beyond vanity. It just feels good to know that I don't know. But anyways, so where was I? Breathing. We detoxify 70% of toxins through breathing alone. So I'm just gonna start moving around because I want to stretch out certain things. You hear that rhythm? I try to do that throughout all my workouts. If you see my Warrior channel, I don't stop moving for over an hour, sometimes, meaning no break at all, for an hour or more before I even take a break. All right, but the whole time, even though I'm doing different things, I'm have different rhythms. I get lost in this music that my body makes instead of the music of the gym and all that. And if you think about it, watch my midsection. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, with chi. I'm doing a freaking sit-up, an ab punch with every single breath. That's the key of having a 10-pack, not a 6-pack, not an 8-pack, a 10-pack. Not much. I'm not saying this to brag or be arrogant. I'm trying to tell you, this is what I do. You can do it as well, and you will get at least half the results, if not better, because maybe you're way more disciplined than I am. Let me see any questions. No, all right. And finally, for the warm up, I really didn't even show you guys. I'm just talking away. But neck. Start off with neck. Work your way down. So I'm just gonna do very quick what I do, but you would do it for a little bit longer. All right. So neck, you go both ways. There's one side the whole time. Why? Because we're detoxifying as we're doing this. We detoxify 70% of toxins through breathing alone. Not only am I detoxifying, but I'm working out. I'm burning calories here, even though I'm not wasting energy. All right. After that, windmills with shoulders, because we did neck. We can't really rotate the ears. So what's next? Shoulders. So big windmills, backwards or forward, doesn't matter which way you start, but you're gonna do it both ways. After a few seconds, slow down, go opposite direction, and you want to start off nice and smooth, and then eventually be playful. Go a little bit quicker, a little bit more vigorous, to where you feel that centrifugal force in the tip of your fingers. 3, 2, 1, and again, what am I doing right now? Not only am I stretching out the muscles, ligaments, tendons, fascia, everything. My spine is being elongated because when I go this way, my spine naturally goes up. Decompression happening. And now, swimmer stretch, because the shoulder goes up and down, it goes all kinds of directions, right? So now, swimmer stretch. Go back and forth, because now we're stretching out chest, upper back. Dangling them around. Don't be robotic. You see how I hear I'm wasting energy and I'm not stretching out anything because I'm holding them up. If I just throw them back, they're just dangling around like a child. All right. And then the muscles are moving practically. Left hand up, right hand up, left hand up, alternate. Throw your arms upward, throw your arms downward. After that, waist. Pretend you have a hula hoop. See yourself from above. Make your spine do a spiral. Once you get to the biggest circle possible, that's when you start leaning your waist way forward, way to the right, way back, way to the right. Your head goes opposite of your lower half. This is going to the right, my head goes why? Look what's happening with all these muscles, ligaments, and tendons. Look what's happening with my spine. It's moving around like an accordion. I'm also pushing a little bit, just a little bit, pushing a little bit. So the spine is going every possible, like an accordion, just like Jesus of Nazareth states, if you want to enter the kingdom of heaven, we must become as children. When we get older, what do? We get home from work and we're tired, we're stressed out. If we have kids, more stress, I'm sorry, but that's what happens, right? When you're done, you don't have time to do all these things. So what happens? Your body keeps getting tighter and tighter, and not in a good way, not firmer, tighter and tighter. And if you don't alleviate it by getting massages often, it keeps accumulating. And that's what makes us old and bitter. And what do you think dancers, they stand with their shoulders back, elbows down, kind of like in the military, for attention. But the point is this is why, because it's a sign of power, a sign of balance. And you just stand like this. And it fixes so many things. But the point is move that spine around like a child. Make that stomach shrink. Because the less you eat fasting, your stomach will adjust, all right, and adapt, and it'll become smaller. If you start eating it again, it's gonna need more, and it'll start expanding. It'll get used to being big. But if you eat less and less and less, your stomach will get used to having less, and you won't have crazy cravings like you think you might. It's all in the head. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Let's see if there's any questions. I mean, what is Kempo? Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. Kempo, yes, exactly. Look, Mark. Thank you. That's why we're freaking soul practice. I started off with Kempo Karate when I was only 4 years old. Then I went to Shotokan Karate when I was 9 years old. All right. After that, we couldn't afford it anymore. But then 11 years old, I started street fighting against gang members because they wanted me to be from their gang, and I said and I would fight them. And that was my martial art. But yeah, Kempo Karate, exactly. Exactly. So, Mark, maybe you can share, maybe not masters, but people who were dedicated into the Kempo or any of the martial arts, and what they look like after the age of 40 or 50, if they've been doing it for 20 years or so, or even younger. What do they look like? They might have gray hair, but they look young because of the breathing and that. Sorry, that was really loud. Nice. Yeah, so the katas, that's why they do katas really slow to get that that power with every single strike. Just like an opera singer, they don't sing from here. They don't sing from here. They sing from here, from the diaphragm. That's why they can project their voice so loud, so far. Yeah. So from the Kempo Karate, that's where I got my striking to hit so hard from the core. But anyways, so um, last thing, breathing. So we did the waist, do both sides. Last thing, knees, because we have the hinges here, here. When you do that, point your toes down low. That'll stretch out your glutes as well. After this, put your knees together, move them left for a few times, and this will be a lot longer, not just a few seconds like this. All right, a little you go faster and faster because then your body adapts to that playfulness, and then you won't allow your bones, ligaments, and tendons to become old and bitter. What else? So ankles. So pretend like you're squashing a bug, pushing down and hyperextending that ankle from the front, from the side. Go the opposite direction, both sides. And then finally, phalanges, hands, forearms, because we use these a lot. Even if you're not a construction worker, you got to grab stuff every day, right? So dangle them around. If they're a set of keys. And then last one, you just look what's going on with my shoulders. If I throw this one goes forward. So if you imagine it from the top, my waist is doing a washing machine motion. You don't have to like a boxer or like a martial artist. You're just going left and right, having a little bit of a snap. Face that pelvic up, crunch in, activate that core like Bruce Lee, how he would stand. Activate it. That way I don't have to crunch to take a punch. I'm already there. I don't have to worry about blocking. It's already there. So you just hold it and you just punch, punch. Imagine all that muscle grinding friction occurring right now in my lower back and abs, obliques. Switch stance. Doesn't matter if you're lefty or righty. Always do both sides equally, especially if you're in a controlled manner, a controlled situation. Elbows in. All right, you're gonna be activating all kinds of muscles doing these crazy motions. After that, all you need to do is punch, punch, kick. Very smooth. Punch, punch, kick. You don't even have to kick hard or high. You're just doing the motions. What's happening when I do this? I'm not gonna keep it out there that long, but even for this split second, I'm a little bit off balance. What happens over here with this leg? Stabilizing muscles start activating to keep me upright balance. Imagine if you're doing because you're not thinking, you just rhythm, punch, punch, kick, punch, punch, kick, breathe in, punch, punch, kick, breathe in, punch, punch, kick. But you're activating all kinds of ligament and tendons, having coherence from brain to body, neural synapses getting more and more accurate, if you may, because it might start going down if we don't start catching things like we do when we're kids. All right, switch the stance, easy. Punch, punch, kick. So with the one that's front, punch first, punch with the rear, and then let your body go forward with that kick. So boom, boom, and it's natural. It's a natural motion. Ha, ha, ha. So I'm putting a crazy burn on this side. So that means I need to stretch this out a little bit and work it out more because I didn't feel it on this side. So these are telltale signs. This is how you become intimate with yourself. Know yourself better. Feel for what's going on. That's why I don't believe in gym music. All right, most of it is dirty music, anyways. Why do you want to program yourself when you're working on your tempo? See what I'm saying? So if there's any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and get started over here. Core strength is very important. Yes, it is. Patting cats is great for the hands. There you go. Uh, they're great also since they feel subtleties. You can test your feminine and masculine. Left side feminine, right side masculine. Left side decrease, negate, take away, retract. Masculine is add, amplify. So see how they react with your cats and see what makes them feel better. And then you test yourself with it. All right, I'm going to try to make them feel hot with my cold side because usually the hot is the negative side. But you can try it and you can test yourself that way as well. So let's see. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and log off of this one. 8:40. Let's see. No. I still got a few more minutes actually. So I'm gonna do that workout real quick that even women could do. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm only using 15 pounds. I normally can use more, but I don't. I use light. So even women, if you grab like sevens, even if you naturally use like 15 pounds normally to do motions or whatnot, do nearly half less and do what I'm gonna do, and you will see that eventually your body, when your body adapts to it, everything, your neck, your obliques, everything will start getting lined up, meaning chiseled out very fast. Why? Because of lactic acid manipulation by breathing. So like I showed you right now when I was doing the punching, activating that core, crunching in, so those muscles are already tightened, but yet you're moving them. That's muscle grinding friction that you don't have to use crazy heavy weights to get a nice looking definition because the muscle grinding friction will help you burn the fat reserves even quicker. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the workout. I normally do it with a mouthpiece in, and women, you should wear a mouthpiece in at all times unless you're talking with somebody because it will work out your muscles on your neck, on your core, on your face, out of all things. All right, it will keep you looking younger, stronger for a very long time just using that mouthpiece. You don't have to be a fighter to use the mouthpiece. Kilograms. Trying to, yeah, for weight, but so kilograms would be, let me see, 15. That's what, like 31 kilograms, I think. Or is it the opposite? Is it 8 kilograms? What was it? What is 15? Oh, here we go. So 1 kilogram is 2 pounds. Yeah, okay, it's half. It's nearly half. Yeah. Okay, cool. So like as you seen the warm up, I went from head to toe, meaning rotating every muscle from head to toe, not just muscle but everything, right? Every joint, everything. We're gonna do the same with the workout. We're gonna balance ourselves. So we're gonna do a few workouts that are for upper body, but without putting the weights down. We're gonna keep going and going and going. Once we get the burn up here and it's getting difficult, because I'm gonna be fair, if I feel it, I can push, but it's not fair to you is if you're not used to it and I'm used to it. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. You probably, if you had a certain exercise, I probably would suck at it first because I'm not used to it, and then I would have to adapt. So either way, let your body go through a crawl, walk, run phase. Even if you're a master uh, um, uh, CrossFit participant or whatnot, trust me, like that's probably the closest you can get to really this type of motions. It's not crazy hard. It's just very taxing to the cardio without wasting crazy energy. Like in CrossFit, man, they use a lot of energy, man. That's what they gotta eat so much, triple what I eat. But anyways, so notice how we're gonna go a lot of upper body, then we'll wait, we'll take a break from the top, but we'll keep using lower half in different ways, different fashions. So go ahead and pick up your two weights if you have some. If you don't, trust me, just do the motions and you will feel it. What you want to do is kind of flex with the motion. So whatever I'm motioning, and I'm gonna mention what muscles are being activated in case you might not figure it out or not know. You will start to realize, okay, I can feel it. I can feel my pecs, my chest being tighter right now. So that means I need to flex some more as I'm doing this motion. If you don't have it, even if you do have weights, and you'll see that even without weights, you're gonna start building up that lactic acid. When you manipulate it with the breathing, that's when it becomes double, triple the weight you have without wasting energy. It's crazy how it works, but it works. All right, so 2.2. So 1 kilogram is two. Okay, yeah, yeah. So it's almost half. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is work out traps. Sorry, triceps. All right, triceps back here, the back of the arm. So all you need to do is bring them over your head, face that pelvic up, crunch in. All right. So this is not doing that, but see the difference? Again, this is not doing it. Now I'm flexing this, and it's better for my back. Some might think it's not, but it is. Trust me, because I have a ridiculously bad back, and because of this, now I used to be 5'9". Now I'm 5'8", almost 5'7". That's how bad my back got from the military experiences. So, anyways, notice my elbows in. They're not out. They're not all flimsy. They're in. Now, to add some neuroplasticity, look at my elbows. They're like sprinklers, but the weights keep going up above my head. If you don't like how that feels for the beginning, because eventually it doesn't matter if you don't like it. You got to do it so your body adapts to it. But you can try teeter-totter tricep extensions. That was the sprinkler tricep extension because the elbows are like sprinklers. Teeter-totter, you're teeter-tottering. But everything else is the same. Crunch in. When I teeter-totter like that, I'm using obliques. How is that possible when I'm doing this? That's from crunching and after that, you can keep this. Notice how I'm going right, left. Remember, I have a very bad back. I shouldn't be doing this. But this is very lightweight. So I can get away. My body right now is like, oh shit, what's going on? Keeping the spine safe. So everything's tight, but I'm moving. That means muscle grinding friction occurring right now without heavy weight. All right, so right here, chest muscles. All right, let's go ahead and go to lats. So you can have those wing-looking things. Bent over row. Stick your butt out. Arch that back. You don't want to be like this. Arch that back like a gorilla. When they have all that weight, this is how they stand. In case they have to battle, someone approaches, they're ready to go. Really. But also because they're heavy. And this is how it's easy for them to move around this way opposed to sitting completely down with all that weight. So, pretend you have a peanut right here. And you're trying to crush it. Crush it. Crush it. Forget about the weights. You don't have to breathe after every one. But see, I'm with a rhythm. Now do spread eagle. All right, up 4. Whew. Using your whole body, and then put them together. Press. Ha, ha, ha. Back to spread eagle. Whew. 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 One more time. Press. Chest. When we're doing spread eagle, it's a lot of lats, a lot of core. From here, I'm a little bit tired from the top. Let's go to the bottom. So you can do different things for glutes and quads mainly, but you'll be using core, a little bit of hamstring, depending on what you use. So there's gonna be nothing but quads and glutes for the most part, and then I'll show you how you can add hamstrings by doing nearly the same pressing motion like a squat motion. And it's crazy how simple it is to add hamstrings and fun to this. So there's different ways I'm gonna show you. You can have this over your head. The only thing that matters is, look at my butt. Don't look at my butt, but I'm just saying the way it's positioned. So from knee to butt, 90-degree angle. All right, remember, arch that back. You don't want to have it this way. That's not good. All right, so you can do that. You can press up as you're doing it. This is not cheating. You're adding more core, more chest, and you're still adding glutes and quads. Remember this. This is the proper way. Not like they show you on, sorry to say it, but I'll say it, CrossFit or other stuff. You see this? This is so much strain going down where? On your medial collateral ligament. I think that's what it's called, MCL. The inside of the kneecaps. Why? Because all our weight, especially if you have a lot of weight, is going down here, your center of gravity. But if you do this, shoulder width apart, and have all that weight, doesn't matter how much you have, all the weight is going down your bones, not your ligaments and tendons. And this is a safe way. Don't have your toes pointing out. That's even worse. Point them forward is a little bit awkward because it's not fully natural. And then move. Even if you're hopping. Always land like a cat. Don't land stiff. That's so bad for the back, for the joints. Land like a cat. Alright, so now to add the same motion but add hamstrings to it. Exactly. Ouch. Yeah, there you go, Mark. Lighter weight. There's no shame in lighter weight. This is my natural weight that I use, even though I can use so much more. Forget about that big weight. That just makes you more susceptible to injury, especially above the age of 33 or so. So, the same motion, right? Same motion. Still the same motion, but now I'm gonna go skiing. Like if I'm down. You see how I'm leaning forward? A lot of hamstring and calves being activated there. But if I bring this, I'll fall forward. If I keep them back, I can stay here for a while. And it's a lot of core, a lot of lower back. I'm slightly digging to the ground with my toes to keep my ligaments safe in a natural fashion. But Let's rest the lower half. Now we go to traps by the neck. Frontal raise. Keep it as low as possible to your body. If you go this way, that's not good for your shoulders. Just keep them right here. After it starts burning, you should gauge it by your motion. Once you start to slow down and it's too hard to keep that same pace, okay, that's more than enough. You push about 3 or 4 more. There's no need to go to 1 more. No, there's no need to do that. There's no need to do that. There's no benefit at all. It might be benefit for the next fight you have coming up in about a month, but that's it. That negativity that it accumulates stays forever. So it's not worth it. 1 more. No. 1 more. 1 more. Worth it. Because it's so much more tough to do so, but it's safer. And no one likes to do that because the inner fight is the hardest. So what's next? So after I get tired of these, I still use the same muscles, which is the traps, and go backwards, forwards, or straight up and down. There's no need to count ever. Never. All that matters is that you push yourself a little bit longer in that burning sensation. That's it. The burning sensation is your telltale sign, not the freaking time. Right? Don't let your life be dictated by numbers, right? The light was about to fall right now. All right, so see how I just keep going. All right, from here, I can rest my upper body, but keep using it, but now use a lot of hamstring, huh? I could rest my shoulders, put one down, use obliques and core, while I still use the hamstrings, quads, and everything. Samurai lunge. So I'm lunging out, parry, parry, slice, slice, parry, parry, or block, slice, slice. So if a samurai was trying to slice me, I parry the shot away. I block, block, or misdirect, and slice. Look at what's being utilized right now with all these motions, these natural motions. Okay, they're natural. This is why we use light weights, and yet you still get definition, muscle mass, everything. So I don't know if you can see it. This is my first time recording this way, but you should be seeing the way my muscle fibers move. It's not about showing you my muscles in a vanity way. It's about showing you an observation of what happens with the muscles with certain motions when you utilize the cross-reference style. 1, 2, almost as like a cross. Now we have 4 quadrants. Now we add synchronicity, neuroplasticity, but as above below. This quadrant, make it go to this quadrant. Same thing. Now we're having as above, so below, as inside, so outside. Multidimensionality, way beyond neuroplasticity, because now we have coherence within and without. It's amazing how the simplicities work when you truly let the inner warrior train you. I didn't learn this from anyone. This is just from me coming close to dying so many freaking times and just being there by myself. Almost wishing I was dead. But these things came about, and now I'm training them with you so that we can all transcend together. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this, go to the Warrior Within channel, and get a little more serious with it. SIRIUS, serious. Ah, nice. NGC 6543. We need to make some videos together about footwork, stance, the plates that you follow with the footworks. I studied repair and also fencing, so I'm really big on footwork, lateral movement, in and out, because the lateral movement can be defense, and that's what I'm going to cover on my workout, the warrior workout. Yeah, Mark. So the samurai lunge, try without weights, okay? Without anything. If you want, do it as you're reading, quite literally. Grab a book, and you just, the slower you move, the better it will be, because then your ligaments and tendons are engaging, even though you're distracting yourself away in an intellectual manner, and your body's gonna be like, Papa, what the? Let's just make up our mind and adapt, and you just be reading. Bam, bam, bam. When the slicing comes, okay, be vigorous. Back to normal. All you're doing is twisting that waist as you're activating that core. Pause. Really, imagine doing that instead of sitting down. How much leaner you'll become while you're reading a book. It's more than just brain and brawn, man. All the art of breathing, flexibility, work. Here's another martial artist, believe it or not. You should listen to her music. It's mind blowing. And I'm gonna add a lot of music here very soon. Of course, I'm gonna need your uh, uh, clearance as I eat to share our music. Obviously, I mean, if you have a problem, no problem. I won't add it, but I sure you will. I'm pretty sure you won't have a problem. But wait till you hear her music. She's from France. Well, she can tell the story. I was going to say more things, but she can say the story of what she wants to share. But I'm definitely going to interview you, Azai, for the music, the resonance side, because I know you use that a lot for your community. Man, you should keep up with Azai, the one that's under messaging. She does a lot of great work with music, dancing, and video and audio stuff, concerts and different get-togethers like that for the community. She brings community together, man. She's amazing. You are, she keeps saying that that the way I move my core, that I'm a real dancer. I'm kind of not, but I'm sure if I train under you, I would be a phenomenal dancer, because I've always wanted to dance. I was just never out of that masculine zone, because I was always around masculine people, and that wasn't a that was a thing to do as a man, to dance, But now I'm ready. I don't care what people think. I need the dancing to keep myself younger. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. If you guys want to meet me on my other channel, the Warrior channel, go to the community side, and there's a Mark. Remember what we spoke about? It's hovering right here. Why? See what I? You can hear it, right? Now it's going away. No pun intended. Sounds awesome. Wait till you hear the music. You're gonna be like, wait, you guys made that? Yeah, dude. It is what it is. So anyhow, go to the community section. There's the only comment there. It shows you my Warrior channel, Warrior Within channel, and meet me there if you want to get a little bit more hardcore. It's gonna be somewhat similar to this in the sense that I'm gonna be talking a lot. And the kicking side, I can talk more, because the punching side takes a lot of action to show. With the kicking, I explain more, and obviously you guys know my style now. For the most part, I embed cross-reference esoteric knowledge into this to really get a full body, full tempo Warrior Within workout. It is Warrior Wednesday. Let's do this. So yeah, see, Mark, see what I mean? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. Sorry if you just got on and you missed a lot. Just watch the video again, and eventually I'm gonna be doing this every Wednesday from this point on. Starting off the warm-ups here, and then going to the Warrior channel and getting crazy on the Warrior channel. But definitely be going live more often now. We'll have like Mark, Azai, even NGC. Just call in on the number I have, the business number I have, so that we can exchange, or Zoom, whatever, if you don't mind being on video, and we share our findings with the world so that we can all raise our vibration together. All right. Yes, the complete package, exactly, through all of us, not just one of us, because that way we're one. You see what I'm saying? The word one is in none. So practice all, follow none. One love, one life, for together our light will shine much brighter. Don't forget, you're only limited to your creativity. Pain is temporary, pride is eternal, fulfillment lasts forever. The fight will be, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional, the universe within, the you, YOU, the universe within, will reciprocate dearly that what you put out. It's just the way energy works, right? 369. Love you all. Yeah, let's update our progress Wednesday. Let's see. Love, love. You're making me think there, Mark. I could come up with an acronym for that. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. If you want, just migrate over to the other channel and see you there. One love, one light. Peace. My name is Jesus Nitzaya Medina, the creator of the 1, 2, 3, 4 Flush, and also Soul Reviver. School of Luminaries, rehabilitating every vessel internally via emotions and resonance, as Azai and I will show you how we use resonance to transmute traumas, not just within, but without, as a collective. Peace. I'm gonna put some music on the outro.